what is the one piece of career advice you wish someone had given you when you were starting out?
I will say that to be yourself. Don't try to be other person than yourself. I think that everyone has different skills that are very valuable on this industry. Try to use them. Try to make the best of what you do best. And that doesn't mean that you cannot learn other things. That means that use that skill actually to grow and to become the person that you want to be in the industry and for yourself. That was hard to me actually to learn. I had to learn it in the hard way, some way, but that helped me actually a lot to achieve what I have achieved.
Amazing. So the biggest piece of advice that you could give someone is just have room to grow, learn different skills, expand your sort of your toolkit, or what I like to imagine is like Batman with his utility belt full of all the different gadgets, right?
That's it. It's like learn a little bit of everything, but of course use your strengths actually to make it solid. And your strength can be anything. It can be like you can be a very, very good coder, but in the coding maybe you are a very, very good AI or very good graphic programmer. Try to strengthen it, but don't let it just be the only thing that you do. Try to learn a little bit of everything, because everything connects. For myself, I have been always a generalist. I don't have a strength on programming, but I'm very good at having a vision on what can go wrong, and to have that like looking into the future of how this is going to end up.
And can you share a pivotal moment in your career journey that made a significant impact?
I will say that there are two. One of them it was I was not a professional yet. I was still in university. I was making a video game with some team members. We were a team of 4, and the person that was actually the designer, the person that designed the game was super secretive. He was like always keeping it for himself, like not sharing it with anyone, the stuff that he was doing, even with us, that we were actually making the game. That person left the university. He quit, and we had no idea how to finish the game at all. We didn't know, because we didn't know even at that moment. Like it was like I think that 8 or 6 weeks actually to finish the course, and we didn't know how to do it at all. So we got a talk with our teacher at that moment, the professor, and he told, if you don't finish the project, you will fail this course. You have to deliver at least a playable game, and this is not playable right now. This is not fun. It doesn't have a loop. So we had to do drastic things there, deciding like, how we turn this around. We scrapped the whole game. So all the game that we have worked for the last, I think it was 8 months, we just drop it completely. Nothing. We just keep like some very tiny mechanic that we thought that it was very, very interesting, that it's playing with the lights and playing with shadows, and we simplified it. We simplified it into the design that actually that some loop that make it very, very, very easy. We simplified the graphics so they could actually be done basically in a draft. Like you just draw a line, and yes, this is going to be all the style. It's going to be like very fast drawing stuff. So the artist doesn't have to spend hours making things, and we have to deliver now basically. I learned a lot of things there. The first one is like, speak up if you see a problem, and the problem was like we don't know what this game is about, and we didn't know for a long time. So you as part of the team, you have to understand what you are doing, and you have to understand what is the objective of what you are doing. Never assume that what you are doing, never take assumptions by yourself. Always ask, because what you see might not be what the vision is for the game. So be sure that you are always in the direction of the game director, basically. The game director is the one that always have the vision, where it's going to end up.
How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life, and what's the go-to strategy for overcoming them as well?
I will say that this is a hard question because it depends a lot on the specific topic. But when on the what you are working at that moment. But when we say about challenges, is to try to not to rush. I think that all people, or not all, but most of the people trying to, it's very reactive to problems and challenges. It's like something happened and I have to jump and fix it. It's like, well, the problem is still there. It's been there for, I mean, maybe it's something easy and you can know that it's impactful, it's easy to fix. Okay, go for it. But if it's something bigger, try to not rush. I mean, if it's been there for 1 day, it can be there for 1 more day. Let's sit down. Let's try to find out where is the problem. Let's try to find out why it's happening. Make a plan and execute the plan. And all have to take some time. And I think that that's the best way to approach challenges when it's something that has to be reactive, like something that, yeah, something is breaking right now. And I'm talking from the Star Stable Online perspective, that is an online game, and we have a live game that we release very often. So these things can happen. But if we do it very reactive, we might end up with a worse solution. If we take our time, first we are going to be more relaxed, so we can think. And I had in the past team members that were very reactive, and they fixed it really quick, and then it didn't work. Yeah, of course we didn't take the time. So I try to be as calm as possible under the circumstances that are there. And it can be hard because sometimes there will be actually people pushing. On my side, I try to shield my members as much as possible in those kind of situations. I'm going to want that is going to, yeah, we know this is happening, we are working on it, don't worry, it will get fixed. So now, yeah, just take your time, let's sit down, let's see what's happening, let's make a plan. That's when there is something reactive. There might be other things that are actually bigger, like challenges, really big challenges. And I can think, for example, at Star Stable right now, it's very old. It's a game that is very old. It's 12 years old right now. It's been running for 12 years old with weekly releases, very few upgrades on the tech side when we talk about new system or revamping systems. At some point it has to be done. Right now we are redoing the whole graphics pipeline. So we want the players to have good graphics and enchanted graphics, but not only our players. We want our artists and content creators to be able to create the game that they visualize on their brains. Like they see like these lights beautiful everywhere, shadows. We cannot do that right now, and it can be very frustrating. So the challenge there is like, okay, what happens with players that are have very old computers? Well, we have to let them go, or actually at least let them know that this change is going to happen and you are not going to be able to play again. And we did that. a few weeks ago, we detect what they have in the computer, and they get a pop-up on the launcher like, yeah, next year, if you keep with this hardware or these drivers that are not updated, you will not be able to play. You have to move on. To take that decision, you need data, and data is power in reality. If for example we had the situation where 50% of our players didn't support the changes that we want to do, we will not roll it out. We will not move forward with this. I mean, we are very lucky. It's a very, very, very tiny piece of people that have this problem, and we will just let them know that, yeah, you're not going to be able to play. Please upgrade. Rest of the people, don't worry. You're going to be able to play. They might get angry, yes, but we cannot just hold what we want to do because few players have very old computers. So.
Mm-hmm.